Thanks, LOI.
Feel me?
What does the music grind look like? Like, what's a day in the life of Brother Julio?
Day in the life, brother Julio. Shit. I want to like.
Hey, feel free to admit any activities you can't say on camera, nigga.
No, I can't. Just know.
You working?
Yeah,
Brother
I'm a
Julio
working man. You feel me? It's like
working,
that
yeah.
question was that stumped me a little bit. But I'm a hardworking man. I do what I do.
Because it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
And like you said, you independent. So you doing all the bookings. You scheduling your own interviews.
Yeah.
You book your own studio time.
Yeah, for sure. Like everything's through me. You feel me? Yeah, like genuinely.
The grind even better because he doing it.
Yeah, he witnessed me do everything. Like he really, my day one nigga, he damn there with me every day. You feel me? I can't.
Simple as that shit.
He said ever since I can remember.
On some real shit though, like every day, like it's not Monday through Sunday. We smoke.
Yeah, like this not my brother by blood, but it's my brother for real. Like no cat. Like when I say brother for real, it's a whole different meaning behind it. Just because the way I grew up. If I call you my brother, I mean that shit. Like I'm one of the people that's huge on loyalty, bro. If I go to war for you, you better go to war for me. Gangster, like because I'm going for you right or wrong. I grew up on that shit, like bro. I had to be on that shit, like them niggas fucking with you, but you started and they think they want to wile you up. No, I don't give a fuck, and we standing on business on that.
You asking
Fuck
questions
that.
later.
Yeah, like bro, we standing on business. Fuck it. They think they about to jump you. I don't give a fuck. They not finna do that. I'm gonna figure out why, but they not finna do that when we out here.
We gonna figure this out.
Oh yeah, he know. He know. I tell a motherfucker you wrong quick.
Of course.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. I don't give a fuck. Like no funny shit. Me and my girl bicker all the time. Like no cat. Like right is right, wrong is wrong.
You gotta let her know.
Yeah.
He said the truth is the truth.
You already know. You feel me? You feel me? Like, so you feel me? But I'm one of those like people like I don't give a fuck who you is. Like you could be the biggest nigga in the room, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. That shit dumb. That shit wrong. No, that ain't it, bro. But at the same time, if I'm loyal to you, bro, and you get in some shit, I'm riding behind you still though. But we're gonna have to fix that shit on the way now.
Of course.
You feel me?
It's like you bring me into some bullshit.
Yeah. So now we got like Craig and Smokey. You feel me?
Yeah.
Man, I ain't even. That's your weed. That's your joint. You feel me? Now I'm in this shit. You feel me? So fucking, but Craig was riding for him still. What you do? Go get the gun. Like fuck, we outside. Say a word though. On Friday when Smokey was in trouble, Craig he came to him. Now we in this shit. Grab the gap. We outside. We on the porch still. Just like that. Simple.
Pimping.
Fuck it. Let him come through. Bet I butt. Like you feel me? Yeah, like.
Hey, that's real love though, and you gotta have that.
Yeah, like bro, I always got that.
Like, how have you seen him change? Like, how has that inspired you? Like, him changing his mindset, him bettering himself.
Going professional.
Staying, yeah.
I mean, for real, it's like you don't never not expect your homie to do something. You feel what I'm saying? I be more so like still surprised because like he don't understand where he going with himself. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't even know how hard it seems to him, but to us, that shit like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Just stay in your bag, bro. Like, don't. That's why, and it be situations that happen that and he'll tell you right now, I'm the hot-headed one with him. You feel me? But I think it's just because I see where he going. I be telling him like, bro, like, you gotta chill, gang. Like, we gonna do this shit, you know? Because once we get there, then we gonna have everything in position, you know what I'm saying? So he changing ain't really changed to me. He more so just elevated, like
Evolved.
you said. He made himself like he knew what he had to fix. So when he like right now, when we go in the studio, he'll tell you he ain't like listening to himself in the headphones. Now he can. It's not about how much he's changed, it's just what he's changing to. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it changed me, but it didn't, because at the same time we make different music. So
yeah, like nigga, you sing.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Especially when you performed with him. I was like, nigga, sing. Like, what the fuck?
I come from a church background. I just, like he said,
Okay.
Like, I seen a lot. Did a lot I moved out at 17, so I seen everything. If I had to learn up, I had to grow up early. So I didn't have a lot of people behind me to push me to say. So when I met him and everybody was like, bro, like, you need to push that singing shit. Like, I ain't like it. You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm used to, like I said, I grew up in church, so growing up in church, you get put on the spot like right then. Like, so I was used to that, but when you get to talking about being in the studio, I didn't, like I said, I've been around music all my life. So, like, it's nothing, like you said, nothing's changed for me. It's just more so I'm doing it on my own. Like, my dad been on BET. My dad had been on got royalties, and he done from Malico Records. So I didn't seen it as a jit.
Okay, so yeah, you already got some connections, nigga, some nepotism, nigga.
So
we love to see it.
It don't be so more so like I said, I be so glad. That's why I said right now, I'm just happy to see us here. Not even me, just him. You feel me? Like that's what I feel like changing me. It's making me elevate and want to change my brain, because I've been on some. I just turned 21, but like last month, so I'm still growing up. Like I got out of high school and still was on wild shit, and he's like, bro, you gotta
tighten up,
bro. Get in your bag. You feel me? So
I wouldn't even think we'd be here with y'all today. Like, you feel me? I wouldn't even think I would be here. Period. Doing what I'm doing, gangster. It's real life facts.
I like that.
At the same time, though, it's like you work for it, so it's kind of like.
See, on his behalf, he up north. See, I'm from down here. I'm from the country. I'm from Warren County. So I seen the world a different way. You know, I seen the crazy shit, but I also seen good shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was different. It's a different vibe. He grew up kind of in that gritty area.
Always gritty,
you know
nigga.
what I'm saying? I grew up around gritty niggas, but
it's
I was also around
hospitality.
Yeah, you know,
he had a healthy balance.
My grandma literally, like, it's funny though, because my grandma was one of those ladies that show you mad hospitality, but then she'll do something like a man was messing with my aunt. She went down there with a bicycle. See, he got a gun. You feel me? It's just I come from that, but it's like you're not gonna ever tell, cause like how I had to grow up on my own. It was much so like when you grow up and you see your own trials and tribulations,
you gotta figure it out.
Yeah,
nigga. You
like
gotta
your mom can't tell you how to go out here and then you about to have a baby or something. She can't tell you how to take care of the baby. That's something that you gotta do. You feel what I'm saying? Cause you put yourself in that predicament. So she did her job. Now it's time for you to, you know what I'm saying, grow up and do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? So.
And like a lot of us didn't have a father to tell us how hard life would be. Well, me, I ain't gonna speak for nobody else in this room. But for me, I ain't have a father to tell me how hard this shit was gonna be. Yeah. And to really like develop you and like to put you on game and shit.
I'm glad you said that. I argue about this with my homies all the time, because we come from the same way. You feel me?
Yeah.
I see, but his pops was there, but he still missed part of it. Yeah, you feel? I'm gonna let him. You feel me? But I had my father in my life, and I tell my homies all the time, I love my pops to death. Hey, if you see this, hey, B, I fuck with you, man. I love you, man. But
shout out B, man.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out Brian. Shout out Brian Foster. That's my dad. Love him, but me and him, we like, because we the same way, so we don't get along. You feel what I'm saying?
That's why.
So I don't. When I moved out at 17, it was a period of time where I ain't talked to my dad for 6-7 months, because I was, I was in my own bag, my own
doing
head.
what he would do.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's different. Like he could tell you from a different side. I could tell you that just cause you have a father don't mean that it's gonna always be green.
Of course.
It's not gonna always be that y'all gonna be buddy. You feel me? So I just tell my homies, like, look, you got your dad, yeah, I love him, you feel me? But you can't fake a relationship with nobody, whether they had you or not. And that's what I learned. Whether we blood or not, I can't fake no relationship with you. Cause I tell my mama straight up, I love you, but you wrong. You feel me? Like, I love you, but you ain't gonna talk to me like that. I love you, but you feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's just to that point where you got that, you've elevated to that point. Like, Mom, I understand what you're saying, but I'm still a human being. Now, you may still be my mama, but you feel me? Like, so it's all about how everybody perceive that situation. Cause some people may perceive it like, well, I ain't have a father, so I'm about to go out here and do some dumb shit.
And it could go the other way if your father was really in the streets and you watching him do it. It's like, all right.
It depends on how successful he is.
Of course, it's gonna rub off on
you. If it looked like he Nino Brown and shit, you might want to do that shit. It's like, this is my dad's Scarface. Exactly. But if your dad in and out of jail and shit, like,
it's like
you getting ran off, or
it's like with me, it's like I had both parents in my life, but not really. Like, you feel me? My dad was in and out of jail since I was like a kid, you feel me? So it's like,
and like, being there, like you said, being there is very vague.
Yeah, it's
you
like,
get what I mean? Like,
my mom, I love my dad. Me and him got a good relationship, but my mom basically raised me. Shout out to my mama for sure. Like, she raised me my entire life. My dad was you know how you a kid, like he was around when you was a baby, but you don't got no real memories of that shit.
Yeah, you
shit.
got pictures.
Like, you feel me? I know he was there, but like as I get older and the memories that I know I can keep. Like my dad was in jail most of the time, you feel me? I really, like you can even ask my dudes, like, I really got to know my dad when around like 9 and 10, like at age 9 and 10, because you feel me, I had to move with him back because I was in Bridgeport, Connecticut a lot. Like, I lived there the majority of my life. My mom just took little breathers from Bridgeport because it's Bridgeport. Like, so we would come to North Carolina.
Yeah,
Gotham City.
It's like being underwater. Like, then you got to come up to breathe.
Then it's also family shit, but you know I don't want to get into that. But shit like that. So you feel me? So we would casually move back to North Carolina. Sometimes it would be in Raleigh or some shit like that. So it was one time I had to literally move and live with my dad for a good minute, and I was like 8, 9. You feel me? I ain't really have no real, like, at that time, I didn't know how to feel because it was to the point where I ain't really meet him at this time to really have them true memories to stay in my head, you know?
It was like no real connection at the time?
Yeah, all I knew was his voice on the phone at first. Then he literally drove from Connecticut to come get me and my brother, you feel me? I got a brother, you feel me? So me and him lived with him for a little bit, but that's when I really got to experience having a father, like, within him becoming a man type shit, you know?
Because it's crazy, because it's like, nigga, he's you.
Yeah, it's like, but I only know
he's an extension.
Yeah,
you're an extension of him.
But like,
he looking at you like, nigga, you was in my nuts. Like, that's even crazier. But that's real.
It's like,
that's real.
That's some real shit.
It's like, bro, there's no cap. It's like, it's to the point where, like, bro, it's to the point, it wasn't no fantasy. It was just like, I was surprised because all I seen was pictures and stories, you know? So I'm with seeing you, and low-key, he a true ass nigga. Like, that's why low-key I'm where I am, so blunt and real. Like, one thing I can say, he a changed man, but his mindset was always a hustler and that nigga. Like, he was always that nigga. Like,
it's kind of hard to get out of that shit.
Yeah, so like, so as a stage, you feel me?
For years,
nigga. Like, before I was born,
how could I retire
before he
you?
met my dad been that. You feel me?
If you see his dad now and you hear how he talk, you can tell like he laid back, but he that nigga. Like, he gonna show you like, hey, bro, like
real play. Like,
I ain't gonna do too much playing with you, but
so it's like,
we cool.
When I met him at the stage of becoming a man, that's what it molded me. Like, he was a man. You feel me? You could be the man without, you know, doing too much, but also handle your business and getting money. You feel me? Take care of your people. Do whatever you got to do first. Make sure your people straight before you even do something crazy or extreme. I grew up on looking out for us for yourself type shit. You feel me? But that's what really make you a man sometimes. Like, some people need it more than you do. And with my family, you know, I did some sacrifices, and I did, not like, you know how that rap bullshit be, but you feel me? I sacrificed a lot for my family, you feel me? Like, growing up, doing shit, you feel me? So it just molded me, like, so that's how I was. Like, I had both parents in my life, but my mom really was my true caretaker most of my whole life.
Yeah, shout out my dudes.
Shout out my dudes.
Man, shout out to Black
a lot of
Queens,
single
man.
mothers that done raised a nigga.
Hey,
you know, they lonesome.
I was about to say.
She raised the king. Yeah, like, I could truly say my mom, my grandmothers made a king when they made me. I'm confident. I'm not saying I'm cocky. I'm confident. Like, I'm going to show the world who I am. You feel me? Yeah, like, I'm going to show the world who I am because I am who I am. You feel me?
So, yeah, what's your why?
Why I do this shit?
Yeah, like, what's your real motivation?
To be honest, bro, like, I still got that Bridgeport mindset is to get money, but also it's like, it's way different from what I was getting into, and I know I got the potential to do it. I could see it in myself before, like, you got to see in yourself before anybody do. That's some real G fun fact. If you want to do anything in life, you got to see it. You got to believe in yourself. I believe in myself, and it was to the point where when I even first dropped a snippet of me doing music, a lot more people believed in myself. And it's not even like, you know, how we talked about before, just because who I am and you know, out here, but nah, it's literally because I can rap. Yeah, I could rap, like. So I could definitely, if other people truly see it, and I gained a fan base over this long, and I'm doing shows, doing tours, I'm doing interviews with you guys. I've been on the radio. I won contests.
You turning up the crowd, nigga.
Yeah, like I paved the way. Like, I'm the first nigga from my hood, from PT Barnum Projects, to even be on the radio, to go on tour, to do this many shows, even in a year span. Like, niggas where I'm from do music, but it's like I show homage to them, but you feel me? It's like I'm making history. and you can't ignore it.
What's that tour roster been like?
Bro, it was a good
Shout
tour.
out, Roster.
Shout out. Yeah, we gonna insert some clips of him performing. We got some of
Yeah,
this
yeah,
shit.
yeah. It was a good tour, man. It was a good tour. Yeah, it was lit. It was lit. I feel like it could have been litter with more promotion, but it was lit. I'm not discrediting it. Shout out to Roster for the opportunity. You feel me? I'm so blessed for it. You feel me?
Been working for a minute.
Yeah, he's been in the game for a minute. Like
Stupid long.
this shows, it's to the point where the shows is lit, but I can see the potential if it definitely could be litter, like dead ass. Like I'm not knocking and saying it wasn't, but definitely like Roster got the potential to take his shit up there.
He's not even close to his prime yet. He's not even close to his peak.
Yeah, like bro got that shit. Like he know what he doing. Like he know what he doing. All you gotta do is keep working. Like nothing happens overnight unless you that 1 in a million, you know. But when it comes to shit he doing, it don't happen overnight. You gotta have that build up.
It takes 10 years to be an overnight success. Niggas don't see the work you put in.
Yeah, no cap.
They just see when you get real lit in the camp.
Everybody see that one. You feel me?
I feel like being an underground rapper is so underrated. Like I feel like that's so underrated.
Shit, like
What's
fucking
an underground rapper
a nigga that's
to you?
I'm gonna say this: a person that put in so much work that nobody's seen him, but they know him. Like you get
he on a rise though. Like you feel me? You know, I be like, you gotta start in your city, like take over your city. He on the ground, like he that nigga that's, you know, you gotta start a foundation from something, so you build your way up. You underground.
Might not have the money, but you got the respect.
Yeah, you got the
Yeah.
fucking.
he may have the bread and all the glamour and shit. He just ain't got the
The other,
You feel me?
Exactly.
He underground to the point where he's so working, like all he needs that platform. You never know who he might shot.
or that label.
You feel me? You probably don't need that label platform, but let you be in front of that right crowd. Now your Instagram done spiked into the shit you underground working. Like you doing everything you need to do before you get to that big mini game type shit. You feel me? Like, you know, you play a video game, then you get to that halfway level.
Gotta do the side quest.
Yeah,
nigga.
like
2K don't just let you play my career, nigga. You gotta
like,
go do
feel me?
this.
You gotta put in them shit. Put like that. You can reference into a video game. Yeah, like my nigga, like you can reference to a video game. You gotta do the side quest to get to the story mode.
Bro,
You feel me?
you gotta level up your character.
Yeah, like you ain't gonna hit the same if you just get there with no nothing.
You gonna be like,
It's
damn,
not gonna hit the same, and it don't last. Like it's a lot of little Romeos, you know, whose dad was somebody in the industry, and they kind of just got like escalated into that, like Diggy Simmons and niggas like that. Nobody is like that. It don't really last that long.
Like
I feel like 1 in a million never lasts long.
it's like
It's some that's special, but every 1 in a million don't.
it's to the point we're in the world today that, bro, if you get like a certain amount of views, bro, they'll sign you. You ain't gotta do no leg work, no nothing. Like gangster though, you know that's fact. Like I could have been a nigga that ain't never did no shows, no nothing. I dropped that one song, that bitch at 10 mil.
I about to say, nigga, you dance
They
a
want to
little
sign
bit.
me now for 2 mil. Like I never did nothing. Now that I can put an outstanding rate on what I do and none
Now
of that.
you got all this pressure on you, and you're not even ready for that. 'Cause you ain't been building it up
You
over
ain't
the years.
underground for real, cause you ain't putting in that legwork with them niggas that's really been doing that shit. Like you said, you could be meeting a nigga that been doing this his whole life. His whole life. That nigga rap better than you. Gangster. And he don't even got that 10 million, but you got that shit, and you think you can just rock out all these shits.
Like an Ice Spice situation.
I was about to, word of my
like
mother, I was about to
Ice
say like Ice Spice, you feel me? You can,
That bitch pissed me off. Man.
like bro,
With
you
the club shit.
like you think just because
I'm not saying all money is great money. I ain't mean to cut you off. All money ain't great money, but I'm not about to sit here. Say if me and bro right now, they hit us right now and say, bro, we got a show I want y'all to do for 5 racks. That's cool. We pull up, and then we get signed or something. Or Drake bring us out, and they give us another show. We be like, bro, we need 30,000. You be like, what the?
You feel me? Like it doesn't matter. You got to build up.
and with the Ice Spice situation, apparently she already had these shows lined up with the.
It was already lined
yeah,
up.
like so it's like, how the fuck you gonna do that? Like,
you gonna renege?
no, that's dumb. Yeah, that's weird. Like, first of all, they paid the ticket. Do it. Like that's it. They paid you. Like I respect the hustle though. You feel me? Like shit. I mean, look,
So I
put
do
it like
good
this.
business.
How I would have did it. Me personally, I'd have did the shows that already paid me. Boom. But now you know. Now that's also building your family because you're doing the shows still. That show that you still care about your fans.
You showing love.
Yeah, like I still care about y'all buying these tickets. I'm not gonna cancel on y'all because he don't want to pay.
Yeah, you can't burn no bridges.
So now that looks good in your eyes, like in the fans' eyes too. Like boom, he does good business. So now you could definitely boost your ticket higher because you do good business. Niggas
Your
don't see
name,
that.
good money on the promotion circuit. and
Yeah,
shit.
like he don't got to worry about he might run off with the back end or he might not show up or he might up the price on his last minute. Nah, he do good work. So if he want to add a little extra $2 on it, like $2,000 on it, shit, why not? Julio worth it. Like he gonna come here and rock out for us every time.
So you get what you pay for.
Yeah, like you gotta show him what your money's worth. Like
I said, you can't. Like you said, you can't that's just like being on your 2K player. When you go from a 60 to a 99. You don't know how to work that 99 like that.
Especially if you don't got the badges.
yeah, like yo nigga still
You don't
ass,
even got
bro.
your badges. Yeah.
Yo nigga still be ass, bro. You still your jump shot
You
still
just got the
slow as
overall.
fuck.
You
Like,
really just had $150
that's how
to
you
spend
sum
on
it up.
PC.
You can do all that, like a 2K reference like that. You can do all that, and your jump shot still be slow as fuck. You ain't doing nothing.
And I'ma be-
like you look good. Like yeah, you a 98. Yeah, he about the ball.
But you got that brown shirt on.
Yeah, you still Duke. Like bro, that don't mean nothing.
Where people will be, they'll have that scenery. Like, say they got chains on and they got 60 racks in cash and whole time they ass and they
got that image.
and they mom get them
Ice
that money.
Spice.
You feel me?
They need to make that a
They-
thing now.
they
Like
sign
Ice
with-
Spice.
They doing a distribution label deal, or they sign to a label and then they get in that deal and then they gotta work that deal for 5 years and you gotta bang, and they don't end up producing that 5 years.
They need to make that a
360
turn
deal.
though. Ice Spice and
They
you
not that-
you getting signed off your looks. You feel me? Like
Yeah, because she got a unique look. She
yeah,
got,
we not gonna we not gonna sit around the bush like the girl ain't all like you feel me? Yeah, like she's a very beautiful woman, but you can definitely like look. That's why I say certain shit is for certain folks. You know, certain strokes for certain folks. You feel me? Her fan base love that shit, but you know, people like us and our like that shit do. You feel me? No discredit to her. If I blow up and she see this, I love what you do. Keep doing it. Rock on. You feel me?
You get on a song with Ice Spice?
Yeah.
You get on a song with Ice Spice? Nah.
Word.
He better not.
Look. I'm put it like this. I'm in the point where you gotta be professional. If the shit not, look. I'm like I said. I'm so truthful. If the shit ass, I'm gonna tell her the shit ass. You feel me? I'm the type of person. I done did songs. Motherfuckers send me features. I didn't do them because the shit butt.
Send it right back.
Shit butt. Like bro, what?
She said, swing on a bitch like a hammock. I'm not getting on no song with nobody say no shit like that.
But yeah, that's
Swing with a bitch.
That's a cliche.
Nah.
Like, I can't get on the song with nobody like that. You feel? I respect her because the women, that's just like Glorilla. Somebody put on Instagram and said she's the first unisex girl rapper. That is a fact.
You believe that?
Yes.
The first unisex girl.
she's for everybody. Put it like that. For
But the first though.
nah.
But right now though.
Nah. Yeah, right now she
Kim
it.
don't count though. Look, Kim them don't count because they was riding for the shorties.
Bro, Lil Kim.
Lil' Kim was rapping about sucking dick.
No niggas talk about that. The city girls can't count them. They just sucking dick. Then who else?
They about Birkins.
Who? She's the first unisex rapper that make a nigga feel like he can sing every.
Missy Elliott.
Yep. I'll say one of them. Yeah, Missy Elliott.
Missy Elliott. We gotta get
That's
Missy
a
that.
club banger. She
gotta
make
get
them
Missy
club
that.
bangers. You feel me?
Missy, yeah.
Because Missy did get on songs that she wasn't talking about.
And she wasn't using her sex appeal.
But are y'all taking
push her records.
Glorilla over Young and May?
Yes, for sure.
Whoa,
Nah, see, I'm from up north.
About to say
and I
if
fuck with
anybody
Young and
was
May.
unisex,
Look,
Whoa, wait.
She's not a girl, bro. She's not a girl.
she for everybody though.
She's not
Young and May
a
for
girl.
everybody.
Young and May for everybody.
Yeah.
Young and
I
May
think
for
legally
everybody.
I
she
fuck
might
with Young and
be.
May. I take Young and May over
Scientifically.
Glorilla. I would. Now hear me out though. Now we go in the booth with Young May and Glorilla. Who you
Young
think dropping
and
the
May.
harder freestyle?
Young and May.
Exactly.
Ooh.
I don't know about that.
Now lyrically, now look, not discrediting nobody. Glorilla, I know Glorilla is a performer. She can do that.
Right here, this is what I mean by this. Yeah, when Ooh came out, everybody was rapping it, right? You know what I'm saying? Everybody was rapping it. But I'm talking about as far as look at she even has a fuck nigga free song, and niggas is still singing fuck nigga free.
That's a fact, though.
You can't.
That's universal.
You can't compare Young and May somebody to, and no disrespect, but she is basically a man. So her music is gonna come out to niggas differently. You see what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying, but let's not act like a lot of dykes don't fuck with Young and May. A lot of straight bitches don't fuck with Young and May.
For sure, I'm just saying. Like,
Young and May might take one of our bitches then.
Nigga, she might
You know
take all
what?
of our bitches.
what?
You crazy?
but that's what I mean, though. I'm talking
They might,
about
bro.
as far as
No
like
cap.
Like she's a unisex rapper. Like she makes music from me and for real, right now. When that came out, what's she saying there? What's one of the bars?
Where all the bad bitches?
Ain't that the most relatable shit I've ever heard? I said that last Tuesday.
Glorilla rapping about. Glorilla said, she said something about.
Whose voice is deeper?
Close.
Do it, man.
Close.
Yeah, it matters. Yeah, close.
Off the rip, close.
If you ask me, it's just the way she raps.
Yeah.
Young M.A is actually deep.
That's why I said
that's a good point.
I can
Rapping
appeal
voice
the
don't
Young
count.
M.A musical side more because I can see like everything. Like I can feel it. You feel me? I'm one of them niggas. I want to feel your music. Glorilla, I can feel it somewhat, but it don't punch. It's, you know, you throw a jab then a hook. You feel me?
She got a cool voice. You heard her say that
like-
llama red pajama?
Yeah, I see.
Llama red pajama.
Lyrical music. Yeah, of course, Young M.A got her. But if you ask for some turn shit, and where you can
Glorilla.
everybody-
Yeah, you feel me?
She got it.
everybody in the
Yeah,
crowd,
for sure.
I'm
Different
going-
strokes for different folks. You feel me?
I feel like she's making music that like Megan was kind of supposed to dip into.
Facts.
Yeah.
Not like
I feel
fully,
like that's the crowd.
not fully commit
I feel
to
like
it.
that's the crowd she wanted to hit
Not fully
because she
commit
wanted
to
to
it.
just appeal.
Nah.
You
I
feel
ain't
me?
gonna lie to you.
When your ass is that big, it's hard not
fully
to sell
commit to it.
sex.
Not fully
So
commit to it.
Glorilla
It's
sound like
hard
her
not
shit small.
to.
Nah, her shit fat.
That's the debate I've been seeing is that Ice Spice has been getting a little bit more notoriety simply because she got a heavier lower bottom, nigga.
I ain't thinking of it like that.
Of
I ain't,
course.
I ain't thinking of it like that.
That's why they go get the BBL. It's an investment.
This question right here.
But then you gonna look like Asian dog. Them shit don't look good. You don't look ass shots and
You
shit.
didn't know what neither one of them looked right. Who would you think is thicker?
Who?
If you heard Glorilla song and you heard Ice Spice song, who would you think is thicker if you didn't see what they look like?
Nigga.
Ice Spice. Yeah.
Ice
Going
Spice.
niggas munches and shit like
Yeah,
that.
talking about-
But that you gonna off of words, you gonna say that she thicker?
So he's like, if you didn't see it, you just heard their music.
Yeah.
heard her?
Nigga,
just heard their
the
music?
first time I heard Missy Elliott, I knew she was a bigger woman.
Yeah.
That's off rip.
I thought Queen Latifah.
Too talented,
I thought
nigga.
Queen Latifah.
Too talented, nigga. She ain't no bad bitch.
Nah, Queen Latifah, yeah, I knew that was like a nigga type rapping. Yeah, like,
Latifah.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a good example. That's a good example.
Look at me and Glorilla. That's not. You can't do that.
Glorilla's an amazing artist. I think she's gonna be around for a minute.
bro, yeah, she got it. She got it. Young M.A.
I think she
can
got it.
make a good comeback. She can. She can. Because literally, she's a good artist.
And what you mean by comeback? Because it's like, I heard if you can eat in New York, like you can eat in New York.
Yeah,
Like you
for
can
sure.
only do club appearances in New York.
I feel like in the beginning stage, that's not true. Nah, I'm gonna say this though. From being up north, I've say in the beginning stage that is not true because like when Ooh dropped, she was everywhere. You know, performing shows, But as you go on, you know, in music, if you're not consistent, consistency can be 2 weeks and you could drop a song last week and that shit still feel like it been a minute. So consistency is key. If you're not consistent with your work, and this is your city you from, of course they gonna fuck with you. It's you.
Okay.
You feel me?
You're a hometown hero.
Yeah, you
get
always-
home court advantage.
Yeah, everybody gonna side with hometown. Everybody.
My cousin have broke down to me how he's got a $1 million contract, but the years that they're asking him to sign, you have to produce all those years. So say if you get signed say if they sign me and him together, or they sign him separate for three years. You feel me? He gotta produce for 3 years.
Being an artist is not an easy job.
Nah,
nigga.
it's
Especially
very
back
not.
in the day, like they was
'Cause you gotta
dying on the
promote.
chorus.
You gotta promote.
You
Like-
promotion nowadays
Yeah.
is way different, bro. They was out in the streets
And niggas
in
is
and out
lazy.
mixtapes.
Niggas is lazy now.
Like, bro, niggas was to the point
Baby blew it.
back in the day. Niggas to the point like, bro, buy my shit. It was to the point niggas be like, nah, spit some of that shit, and you had to prove yourself that you was
Yeah.
hard. to
He said,
niggas.
give me
Like-
a sample.
Like, bro, let me hear something. Like, you rap? Yeah, take my demo. Now I want to hear your shit. Like, let me hear what you got. I don't want to hear what you was on the demo. Like, shit like that. You had
It was
to
like
prove.
Instagram Reels before you could
Like-
post those.
No cap. I'm a fan of the URL. You know why? The battle rap. scene,
Underground
you know
Rap
why?
League,
They
yeah.
came from the ground up, where you had to prove you can rap. I'm a
Yeah.
whole fan of that. Like, you got to prove that underground. They was at bus stops.
Free surf.
Yeah, like free Sue surf. You feel me? Shout out Kid Slade, Connecticut. You feel me? But yeah, you had the
Man, that's my dog.
yeah, and T-Top too, NC shit. But as you can see, like I fuck with it because you see Smack build it from the ground up. They fuck with genuine
Round up.
rap. Period. It isn't even music. It's rap. You know.
It's poetry in its
Yeah.
truest form, nigga.
Like, bro, if you can come at your If you can come at
completely
somebody by just using your lyrics
Words,
vocally,
nigga.
without a beat, you're crazy on the spot. And remember, that's be on the spot. Like, all right, rap, boom, it's your go. Like, they had to
That's what I'm
go
saying, dance,
in,
nigga.
like,
That meat shit.
yeah,
That meat shit.
in Philly with Meek and Reed Dollars and them. I'm a huge, like, bro, I'm tapped into rap culture. Like, I'm. You might think I come from a spin, but bro, I came from a real like project living, bro. I'm like the truest person you ever meet. Like, bro, I'm into all like true to my heritage of where I came from. Like, I'm into rap, all that shit. Like, I seen it all. Like, I fuck with that shit. Like, from battle rap, from Philly to New York, all that shit. Like, I fuck with how they did it. So they give me motivation because they seen it from the ground up. And that's when back in the day when it was harder. Like,
And
like
now
you
it's
said.
easy as fuck.
Yeah.
Easier.
It's easier, but at the same time, it's not because if you don't know what you're doing,
Exactly.
you don't know what you're doing.